Hello everyone, my name is the Oracle of the World. Welcome to the Oracle of the Future. Okay, this is a letter prediction slash channel message slash awareness, and I'm gonna give you my insight at the end of this message. So we're gonna talk about Cristiano Ronaldo and his wife. Okay, in my channel message as well as the channel vision, this is what I got. The channel message is this: his ancestors basically was coming into me this morning, trying to speak to me about his wife. So I'm like, okay, and I'm seeing visions as it's like they're speaking to me through the vision, right? So I'm seeing the vision. I see them at they're on the field, okay, but it seems like there's some type of event that's happening where I see a lot of people like holding hands, taking pictures. I see young children and stuff like that. The first thing I see is children, and I saw Ronaldo and I saw his wife. The children were playing with each other, and there was photography, like people taking their pictures. So there's all types of children. I don't know who these children are, but I know one of them was his kids. Like if some of them was his kid, it was more than one. They were boys. So I think he has sons or something like that. So I see his son playing with the other children, and they all have soccer gear on, or they have uniform on, as if they're playing soccer. So but again, this is like some type of event, and I see his wife there with him, and they're close by, they're holding hands, and he's just smiling, cheesing at the children, and his kids playing with the other children that also has uniform on, and they're playing. So there's nothing of it, right? You just see children playing, you see Ronaldo cheesing, happy, and you see his wife holding his hand, and all of a sudden she turned her face, as if she's turning her face away from me, as if I'm looking at them, right, and I'm looking at the children. It's like she turned her face away from me, and she basically whispered into Ronaldo's ear. Basically what she said into his ear is, "I don't want my children playing with that child." So I'm like, what is she talking about? So I looked at their children and who they were playing with. There was a black child that was there, but I don't think this a black child was American or anything like that. I think this person was foreign, probably African or something. But this child looked so excited to be there. He had the biggest smile on his face. He was so excited to see Ronaldo. So I feel like Ronaldo is he's the biggest fan of Ronaldo. You could tell he's just so happy, and his children was happy as well. They were just having fun, playing with each other. And I just see the kids just smiling, having fun with Ronaldo's kids and the other children. And Ronaldo was looking, he's like, what? Ronaldo looked surprised when she whispered that, because he looked at what she was talking about. And the only person that was really playing with his children was this black child. And I'm like, no, please don't tell me that ain't so. Please don't tell me this is what it is. But it is. His answer was trying to tell me is the wife doesn't like black people of any kind. Ronaldo, he's not racist. Ronaldo, he has a big heart. That's what his ancestors trying to tell me. He has a very, very big heart. He's very loving. And the look on his face was like a shock when she whispered that to his ear. But he didn't want to make a scene. What he did is he took his kids and basically he made them go off to the side, and he felt bad. I could feel his energy, it went down. He was so excited and everything. His kids were so excited, but when his wife whispered that to his ear, you could see his face expression dropped. He wants to respect his wife, but he also didn't agree with what she said. But at the same time, he didn't want to make a scene, but he did what she said. So he grabbed his children and basically separate him and the children away from the boy. But what he did, though, he took a step further. What he did was he started playing with the kid himself. That's the type of heart he has. She didn't want his children playing with the kid, but he played with the kid. And I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? This is a child. This is say that you don't like black people. Okay, for whatever reason you don't like them. Okay, but this is a child. Even though he's black, how can you horrible hate against a child? It made me so oh my gosh, you don't see this child, and they were so excited until you said that to his ear. He was so excited. The little kid don't know what's going on. The black kid, he just happy to see Ronaldo and Ronaldo playing with him. He's just the happiest kid ever. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute. But his ancestor is basically saying that the woman is racist. She doesn't like black people, melanated people. And what she told Ronaldo is she doesn't want her kids playing with melanated people. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, we're still at this point. We're still talking about this. Yes, you guys, there's people that still like this. It was really, really strange. But Ronaldo is not a racist. His wife is. It's got to be completely honest with that. But Ronaldo still played with the child. You know, he even signed his shirt or whatever. And the child was just the happiest. The child didn't know what the hell is going on. So which that is a good thing. The child was not aware of what was happening. So Ronaldo made sure that the child didn't know that. So Ronaldo made sure that he was still loved and had attention, right? Even though Ronaldo like separated his kids, whatever, he still started playing with him. But his kids didn't know what was going on either. His kids is unaware of this. So the event is going on, and then they took pictures, and that was the end of it. But when I saw that, I'm like, okay, let me go look them up, because I don't know nothing about football or anything. I know about Cristiano Ronaldo because he's very popular. Like, I see posts here and there on social media as I scroll, whatever. But I didn't know much about him, like, at all. I just know that he's a football player, a famous one. That's it. So I did my research. I went go look to see how his wife looked. The wife looked exactly my vision. I'm like, yep, that's her. That's who I saw. And I see them together. From the outside looking in, you would think they're like the happiest couple, beautiful couple. Like, she's like a beautiful person. She's beautiful in the outside, but ugly in the inside. That's the type of woman he has. His ancestors do not like her. But I was also getting something like this. This is the type of woman, if they were to divorce, the divorce would be nasty because of her. Like, that's how I see it. Okay, but he has a very big heart. That's what the ancestors was trying to tell me about him. He has a very big heart, but they do not like him with her. They want him to be with somebody else of his creed, someone who has a big heart like him, someone who is loving and see everybody like him. So that's what they want from that message. So that was the channel message, and that was the channel vision of what I saw. So this is my insight and my advice to him and to the rest of the world. There's a thing called black fatigue. That's something that's new. That's something I came across on TikTok, which is very strange to me. Basically, black fatigue is white people that is tired of anything that's talk about racism, black people, what they struggle with racism. They're tired of it. Basically, they just feel like black people is more of the problem, not racism, right? There's like racism is like very minuscule. It's like black people is causing more problem. That's just how they see it. So they're very fatigued with the whole racism talk. They rather ignore racism and focus on the problem that black people do. So that's basically my understanding of it on TikTok, or what I came across. But I'm gonna look it up. Let me look up the right definition. I'm not just gonna give you my opinion on what it means, but this is something new. This is something I just came across recently. But this is something that's very new to me. This may have been something that's been talked about for a while, but I just came across this. I'm like, what the heck is black fatigue? And I'm now seeing white fatigue as well. Like, that's how black people is responding to it. So it's like a back and forth thing here. So basically, black fatigue, according to this AI overview on Google, it says black fatigue is a term coined by diversity and equity consultant Mary Frances Winters to describe the chronic stress and exhaustions experienced by black individuals due to systematic racism and racial inequality. It stems from the cumulative toll of daily aggression, the constant need to prove one's worth, and exposure to news of racial injustice and violence. So it's a cumulative stress. It's not a single event, but rather the cumulative effect of repeated stressors caused by living in a racist society. Basically, people are just tired of talking about racism, tired of hearing about certain racism incidents. They don't care. People do not care anymore. And it's coming from people of European, okay, they don't like to talk about it anymore. They just stop. They choose not to ignore it. So that's a thing. And here's my thing on that. I feel like that's going to cause more problems when you guys choose to ignore it. I even saw something about where they say, oh, just stop talking about it, then it goes away. That doesn't make racism go away when you just stop talking about it. It's still there. You can talk about it in your home, you can experience it behind the scenes, but just stop talking about it. That doesn't make it go away. What makes it go away is by, first of all, changing your ways, your choices, and enlightening yourself. Like, educate yourself on what that means that was you, if you were put in that shoe. Okay, like, I don't understand when people say, oh, just stop talking about it. That isn't a solution, because it's just going to be done more in the dark than in the light. Okay, it's going to be more talked about in the homes of Europeans, where they can be racist and stereotypical and stuff like that in the dark. That it still exists. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't think that solves anything, because it's still shaping their mindset. That's still the reality. That's still something that could be passed down to children and taught to children. So that doesn't change anything when you just stop talking about it. However, I feel like if you teach people what's right and from wrong, like equality, we have more equality, knowing what that means to have equality, knowing what that means to understand other people's cultures and stuff like that, and the ideology. Like, there's more to this, you guys, but that's just my understanding. So I don't agree that's a solution. Just stop talking about it, because that means it's still there. It's just it's another form of ignoring it. That's what I just see. So basically, my advice to everybody on this, including Ronaldo's wife, here's the thing. You may feel like you are a good person, like you have morals, you have good intentions, you just want what's best for your children, or you want a certain reality. Okay, so what happens after that? You know, when you pass and there's the afterlife, God forbid, right? But there's the afterlife. People don't talk about what happens after. But I'm here to tell you about the oracle. Like, I am the oracle, and I know that there is an afterlife. The afterlife, you will be judged about everything that you have done in this life. Well, what type of person you were? How did you treat others? How did you what did you do here, right? Did you learn anything? Did you evolve and stuff like that? What kind of energy that you were operating? What was you sending off? Have you hurt people? Like, all that is going to be judged, right? So you're going to be judged of everything that you are. And you're thinking that you have good intentions, good, morals and good values, and that you treat everybody the same or whatever. But in actuality, you can't lie to God. Your heart can't lie. No matter what you say or do or put on the face, your heart can't lie. You will still be judged. So you're thinking that, I've been good to my family, I've been good to my husband, I've built a good community, my neighborhoods, we just had a happy life, made great memories. But when God sees your true heart, and you're thinking that you're going to go in the pearly gates, and realizing, no, you can't go, you're going to be questioning, why can't I go? Because God sees hate in your heart. How can you carry hate in your heart? How can you carry hate in your mind and think that you could go to heaven? Does that make any sense to you guys? Heaven is not of hate. It is of love. It is understanding to love one another. This is what I know, you guys. You're going to be judged. So when people are trying to talk to you and get through you to understand that racism is not good, any type of ism that still exists in this life, that's a problem, that it's not good. You supposed to already learn this back in the 1950s when the civil rights movement happened. When you learned about this in school, you should already been learning about this is not right. I don't care how you feel about a certain culture and you group them all together as the same. It does not matter if you feel that way, but you should know better and enlighten yourself that for you to carry that hate is for you to carry an energy that does not belong to heaven. Do you understand? That means you are a lower consciousness, you are a racist, or you have a racist mind. Your mind frame is different from what is higher. You are living in a low-cal universe, a low-cal reality. If you think that you carrying hate of any kind because you don't like the way that someone look, you don't like someone's culture, you don't like the way someone is, that something that they cannot change, this is what God has made them to be as far as their look, their appearance, their race, and you hate that, that is mean you hate of God, of his creation. So how can you be thinking that you can enter the pearly gates if you hate God creation? Does that make any sense to you guys? You will be judged. That's why you should be learning these things and learning your ways of letting go and reframing your mind of what's not right. Educate yourself and do better. So that was my thought and my advice to you guys. Educate yourself. Black fatigueness need to go away, because please don't make that a thing. But apparently it's a thing now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. But just let you guys know, this is a China Masters television. It's unfortunate, all right, but I'm just very happy that Ronaldo did not make the scene, and he, although he, respected her, choice, he didn't. He made sure that child didn't feel that hate. He made sure that child did not know what was going on, especially his children. They didn't know what was going on either. So I love that. So I will leave that there. Thank you.